In this first image, I will elaborate on each part of the front camera. Number 1. Shutter speed, ISO's film span setting. This ring on a camera allows the user to manually select the desired shutter speed and ISO sensitivity, which affects the exposure and speed of the shutter. Number 2. Shutter release button. This is a button on a camera that is pressed by the user to take a photograph. Number 3. Film advance lever. This lever is used to advance the film in a film camera after each photo is taken. Number 4. Frame counter. The frame counter is a mechanism that keeps the track of the number of photos taken on a roll of film. Number 5. Neck strap eyelet. This is a small metal loop and attachment point on a camera body where a neck strap can be attached. Number 6. Hand grip. The hand grip is a curved section in a camera body that provides a comfortable and secure grip for the user hand while holding the camera. Number 7. Self-timer lever. This lever allows the user to set a delay before the camera takes a photo. Number 8. Lens release button. This button is used to detach the camera lens from the camera body. Number 9. Hot shoe contact / accessory shoe. The hot shoe contact, also known as the accessory shoe, is a metal mount of the top of the camera body that allows external accessories like a flash or microphone to be attached directly to the camera. Number 10. Film rewind crank. The film rewind crank is a small handle or knob on a film camera used to manually rewind the film back into a film considered when it has been fully exposed. Number 11. Film rewind knob. Similar to the film rewind crank, the film rewind knob is another mechanism on a film camera that allows the user to manually rewind the film back into the canister. 12. Film speed window. The film speed window is a small window on a camera that displays the film speed or ISO sensitivity of the film being used. Number 13. Aperture ring. The aperture ring is a dial or ring on a camera lens that controls the size of the lens aperture, which regulates the amount of light entering the camera. Number 14. Distance scale. The distance scale is often found in manual focus lenses and provides a visual reference of the distance between the camera and the subject. Number 15. Focusing ring. The focusing ring is a part of a camera lens that allows the user to manually adjust the focus of the lens. Number 16. Depth of the field preview lever. This lever is a found of some cameras and lenses and it used to preview the depth of field of a photograph before actually taking it. Number 17. Multiple exposure lever. The multiple exposure lever allows the user to take multiple exposure on a single frame of film. Number 18. Exposure measurement button. The exposure measurement button is usually found at the top or back of a camera and is used to activate the camera's light meter. The second image is the back of the analog camera. The number 19 is the viewfinder eyepiece. The viewfinder eyepiece is the part of the camera that the user looks through to compose and frame their shot. Number 20 is the rewind fork. The rewind fork is a small metal component that engages with the film rewind knob or crank to allow the film to be rewound back into the film canister. Number 21 is the film cartridge chamber. Film cartridge chamber is the compartment in a camera where the film cartridge is inserted and held securely. Number 22 is the battery chamber lid. The battery chamber lid is a cover that provides access to the compartment where the camera's batteries are inserted. Number 23 is the trip socket. The trip socket is a threaded hole or attachment point on the camera body that allows the camera to be securely mounted onto a tripod or other support system. Number 24 is the film guide rails. The film guide rails are thin metal protrusions or channels within the camera body that ensures the film is properly aligned and guided through the camera's internal mechanism during film transport. Number 25 is the film sprockets. The film sprockets are small teeth or perforation along the edge of the film that engage with the camera's internal mechanism to move the film through the camera during exposure and rewind processes. Number 26 is the camera back. The camera back is the rear portion of the camera body that can be opened to access the film compartment. Number 27 is the film pressure plate. The film pressure plate is a flat metal surface within the camera body that applies gentle pressure to the film to keep it flat and properly positioned against the camera film plane during exposure. Number 28 is the film rewind button. The film rewind button is a small button typically found on the top or bottom of the camera that, when pressed, disengage the film transport mechanism and allows the film to be rewound back into a canister. Number 29 is the film take-up spool. The film take-up spool is a component within the camera that holds the exposed film and winds into itself and new film in advance. Number 30 is the film cartridge confirmation window. The film cartridge confirmation window is a small opening or window on the camera body that allows the user to visually confirm if a film cartridge is loaded properly. In the third image, I will elaborate on each part of the front digital camera. Number 1. Built-in flash. The built-in flash refers to a flash unit that integrated into the camera body. It provides artificial light to illuminate the subject in low light condition or to fill in the shadow. Number 2. Flash mode button. The flash mode button is a control on the camera that allows the user to select different flash modes such as automatic, red eye reduction, slow scene, or off. Number 3. Bracketing button. The bracketing button is a function on the camera that allows the user to capture multiple exposure of the same scene at different settings, such as exposure, white balance, or ISO, to ensure the best possible shot. Number 4. Infrared button. The infrared button is a feature that enables the camera to communicate with the other device using infrared light. Number 5. BKT button. The BKT button, short for bracketing, is a dedicated button on the camera that allows quick access to enable or disable bracketing mode. Number 6. Built-in microphone. The built-in microphone is a microphone that integrated into the camera body. Number 7. Lens release button. The lens release button is a mechanism that allows the camera lens to be detached from the camera body. Number 8. Cover for USB, HDMI, and external microphone connector. This cover is a protective cover that can be opened or closed to access the USB, HDMI, and external microphone connectors on the camera. Number 9. Cover for accessory terminal and headphone. Similar to the previous cover, this cover is designed to protect the accessory terminal and the headphone jack on the camera. Number 10. AF mode button. The AF o autofocus mode button allows the user to select different autofocus modes such as single shots autofocus, continuous autofocus, or manual focus. Number 11. Focus mode selector. The focus mode selector is a control that allows the user to choose between different focus modes such as automatic, manual, or continuous autofocus. Number 12. Meter coupling lever. The meter coupling lever is a mechanical lever that couples the camera metering system to the selected lens. Number 13, mirror. The mirror is a key component in a single lens reflex or SLR camera that reflects the image from the lens into a viewfinder. Number 14, USB connector. The USB connector is a port on the camera that allows it to be connected to a computer or other devices, usually for data transfer or firmware updates. Number 15, AV connector. The AV audio-video connector is a port on the camera that allows it to be connected to external audio or video devices, such as a television or monitor for playback or monitoring purposes. Number 16, HDMI mini pin connector. The HDMI mini pin connector is a smaller version of the standard HDMI connector found on cameras. Number 17, accessory terminal. The accessory terminal is a connection point on the camera body that allows for the attachment of various accessories such as external flash, remote control, or GPS unit. Number 18, connector for external microphone. This connector allows the external microphone to be connected to the camera. Last image is the back digital camera. Number 1, viewfinder eyepiece. The viewfinder eyepiece is the small, usually rubber-covered window through which the photographer looks to compose and frame an image. Number 2, rubber eye cup. The rubber eye cup is a detachable accessory that can be placed over the viewfinder eyepiece to provide comfort and prevents stray light from entering the viewfinder, helping to improve visibility and prevent eye strain. Number 3, delete button. The delete button is a control on the camera that is used to delete unwanted image or files from the memory card. Number 4, playback button. The playback button is a control that allows the user to access and review pictures or videos that have been saved on the memory card. Number 5, monitor. The monitor, also known as the LCD display, is the screen on the back of the camera that allows the user to preview image, navigate through menus, and view the camera setting. Number 6, menu button. The menu button is a control that allows the user to access the camera's menu system. Number 7, help protect button. The help protect button is a control that provides context-specific help or guidance on how to use the camera features or functions. Number 8, thumbnail playback zoom out button. This button allows the user to preview multiple thumbnails of image on the monitor and navigate through them. Number 9, playback zoom in button. The playback zoom in button is a control that allows the user to zoom in on a specific area of the image during playback, allowing for a closer inspection or analysis of details. Number 10, diopter adjustment control. The diopter adjustment control is a mechanism that allows the user to adjust the viewfinder's focus to match their individual eyesight. Number 11, IEL/AFL button. The IEL/AFL button stands for auto exposure lock and auto focus lock. It allows the user to lock the exposure setting or focus distance while composing the shot, ensuring that these settings remain constant when the shutter is half pressed. Number 12, speaker. The speaker is a built-in audio output device on the camera. Number 13, main command dial. The main command dial is a control wheel typically located near the thumb rest at the back of the camera. Number 14, live view switch. The live view switch is a toggle or lever that allows the user to switch between using the camera's viewfinder and using the rear LCD monitor to compose and preview image in real time. Number 15, movie record button. The movie record button is a dedicated button that can be pressed to start and stop video recording. Number 16, Multi-selector. The multi-selector is a multi-directional pan or joystick that allows the user to navigate through menus, select different autofocus points, or scroll through image during playback. 17. Memory card slot cover. The memory card slot cover is a protective cover that can be opened to access the memory card slot. Number 18. OK button. The OK button is a control that confirms or accepts a selected menu or setting. It is often used to finalize a selection or to acknowledge a prompt. Number 19. Infrared receiver. The infrared receiver is a sensor on the camera that can receive signals from the red remote control. Number 20. Focus selector lock. The focus selector lock is a switch or mechanism that locks the focus selector in place, preventing accidental changes to the autofocus point or focus mode. Number 21. Memory card access lamp. The memory card access lamp is a small LED light or indicator that lights up or blinks when the camera is reading from a writing to the memory card. Number 22. Info button. The info button is a control that allows the user to display or cycle through various information or settings on the camera LCD screen.